In this video, I'm going to be going over the best cards to be buying at every single price point in NBA 2K25 My Team. So I'll be going over the best cards to buy for 5 to 10k MT. As you guys can see on the screen, we'll also be talking about the best cards to buy for 25k, 50,000 MT, 100 to 200,000 MT, and then also 250k plus the best cards to buy for that price point. So if you guys just want to know, for whatever price point in this game, what are the best cards to buy, these are going to be all of the best. For example, 5 to 10k. Now, I'm not saying that Trevor Booker is number one. I'm not saying that Porzingis is the lowest card here. I'm just saying these are the best cards to buy for that price tag, not ranked in order. And we'll talk about some of these cards and why I think they're really good, obviously, for that price. So starting off with Trevor Booker here, we're talking about a 6'8" small forward with a really good jump shot. I mean, he's got a great jump shot at the small forward position. Like I said, 6'8", really good defensive card. He's got 97 strength, 94 vertical, 95 driving dunk, decent speed and agility, has that MPJ base, Devin Booker upper on very quick timing, great jump shot, Pro 2 fade, and solid dribble saves with the Russell Westbrook dribble style and the Kemba escape as well. So really like Trevor Booker. If you guys are looking for a cheap budget small forward, again for 5 to 10k, Evan Turner, I would say the best point guard in this game for that price, the best budget point guard in this entire game. He's got an elite level jump shot and is also 6'6" at the point guard position. If we're talking about Caruso and Drew Holiday, these are two really good defensive perimeter point guards. So if you guys are looking for a point guard that's going to play great defense on the perimeter, those are the cards to go after. Drew Holiday, 98 steal, 97 perimeter, 6'5" a point guard with a solid jump shot. Not to say that these cards are bad offensively. Like Drew Holiday and Caruso, they can still score the basketball. You know, they can still slash to the basket. They still have decent jump shots and decent dribble saves, but I do think they're more there for defense. Jabari Smith Jr., 6'11" at shooting guard with an elite level jump shot. That's pretty much all you need to know about Jabari Smith Jr. If you're looking for a center slash power forward, I think the best option is probably Wang ZZ. He's 7'1" with a 7'5" wingspan, has a good jump shot, good player model, and is also a very solid defensive card. Dyson Daniels, another great option as a budget point guard for 5 to 10k. If you're looking for a 6'7" point guard with 99 steal and great defense, I do think Dyson Daniels is a great option. You got Kel'el Ware is another good option for the power forward position. Same thing with JaVale McGee. Two good shooting guard choices who have gone down a lot in price under 10k is Gally Sopo, Ricky Davis, and Pink Diamond Dr. J. Both of those cards are really good buys. And then you got Antoine Jameson as another really good small forward option to go alongside Trevor Booker. I think him and Trevor Booker are easily the best small forwards for under 10k. And then you got Pink Diamond Porzingis just to give you guys another center option. Eddie Curry could be on this team or on this card selection as well. The best cards to buy for 5 to 10k. I would also put Eddie Curry. You know, Rocco would definitely be on here as well. I forgot to put Robert Covington. He would 100% be here as well. Now, guys, going on to the next price point, we don't have every single card, you know, filled out on this 13-man rotation. We only have the top 10 cards, but these are the top 10 best cards to buy for 25k. There's a lot of good cards here, though. Michael Beasley, I mean, maybe the best value card in this entire game. Gonna cost you 25k or under. 6'9" at small forward, my favorite jump shot in this game. We got some big man cards like Dino, Triple J, Walker Kessler. You know, these cards, Hassan Whiteside, are really good as big man for about 25,000 MT. I think Dino's a little bit cheaper, like 15 to 20k. Jaren's about 20 to 25k. I think Walker Kessler's in that 15 to 25k range, and then Hassan Whiteside's about 25k. But if you're looking for a power forward or center, these three cards, maybe not Jaren for center. I think these three, Dino, Walker Kessler, and Hassan Whiteside, mainly Hassan Whiteside and Walker Kessler for center, and then probably like Dino Raja and Jaren Jackson Jr. for power forward, but they're all really good for about 25,000 MT, really good budget options. And then you got a really good shooting guard in Bilal Coulibaly, 6'8" at shooting guard with a 7'2" wingspan, really nice catch and shoot jump shot, has good dribble saves, amazing defender on the perimeter. And then to end off the best cards for 25k, we got Tyler Hansbrough, Carlos Boozer, Rudy Gay, Jonathan Isaac as amazing cards to buy at the small forward position. Tyler Hansbrough's a great defender, so is Jonathan Isaac, but then Tyler Hansbrough's got a really good jump shot. Jonathan Isaac maybe not that good of a jump shot, so I'd probably recommend going Tyler Hansbrough or Carlos Boozer over Rudy Gay and Jonathan Isaac, but I want to give you guys a lot of options just so you guys know all of the best cards to buy for 25k. Now, there's not a point guard in this, you know, price point because I don't think there's really any good point guards for 25k. If you guys know of any cards, let me know down below, but there's some good ones for 50k. And there's definitely some good ones like Evan Turner, Drew Holiday, Caruso, Dyson Daniels, you know, for 5 to 10k, but I didn't really know of any good cards to buy for 25k at the point guard position. But moving on over to the next price point, these are going to be all of the best cards to buy for about 50,000 MT. Again, give or take, maybe they're 55k, maybe they're 45k, maybe they're 40k, maybe they're 60k, but around that 50,000 MT price point. Andrew Bogut, I mean, he's a 7-foot point guard. Is there anything else you need to know about a 7-foot point guard for around 50k? Extremely good value, amazing defensive card with a good jump shot, decent dribble sigs, again, for a 7-foot point guard. And then you got Terry Dischinger, about 55k, I believe, maybe 60k at the most. 6'7" at small forward, 6'11" wingspan. This card is still extremely good offensively. Amazing jump shot, really good sigs with the Kawhi behind the back, the tray escape, Jimmy Butler size up, Russell Westbrook dribble style. If you're looking for a good offensive small forward, I do really like this Terry Dischinger card. And then we got the 3 Millers in a row. These 3 Miller cards are amazing for their price. Mike Miller, Brandon Miller at the shooting guard position. Kind of comes down to preference of whoever jump shot you prefer. I would say Brandon Miller is the better defensive card, while maybe being also a better slasher, but Mike Miller is a lot better of a 3-point shooter with a much better jump shot in my personal preference. But these 3 cards, or these 2 cards I should say, at the shooting guard position are very, very good for about 50k. And then Brad Miller, I mean, for 50,000 MT, there might not be a better card. 6'11" at power forward, 7'3" wingspan, with guard type of dribble sigs, Booker dribble style, Kemba escape, Garland behind the back, Pro 2 fade, good big man jump shot, solid stats and badges across the board, good player model. I mean, Brad Miller is an absolute beast for about 50,000 MT. And then another power forward option could be cards like Andre Bargnani, Miles Turner, right? Those are also really good options at the power forward position. To give you guys a point guard, you got Manu Ginobili, 6'6" at point guard. I believe he's a little bit more expensive, like 65 to 70k. But when he goes down on Friday, when the market goes down a bit on Friday, he does go down to about 50 to 60k. So I do think he's around that 50,000 MT price point. He is really good as a 6'6" point guard with a nice jump shot, Pro 2 fade, and very solid dribble sigs. We got Roy Hibbert as probably the only center, besides like maybe Miles Turner or Bargnani, if you wanted to run them at the center position. But Roy Hibbert is like the true best center for 50k. If you got about 50,000 MT to spend on a center card, I would go ahead and spend it on Roy Hibbert. 7'2" at center, 7'7" wingspan, amazing player model, an elite level defensive card. And then also just wanted to throw Nicholas Batum on there as well. He's an option. I would probably prefer a Mike Miller, a Brandon Miller at the shooting guard position, but just another option in Nicholas Batum. Now guys, going on to the next price point here, which I wanted to do the price point of best cards to buy for 100,000 MT, but then also up to 200k, because the best cards for 100,000 MT, there might be some for 120, like Tim Thomas and AK. They always range about like 130, 120, 150. They're always sort of in that price range, so they wouldn't be included in the best cards to buy for 100k, but then they also wouldn't be included really necessarily in the best cards to buy for 250k plus. So that's why I wanted to include them in the 100 to 200,000 MT price range. But talking about these cards, I mean, these are some of the best cards in this game. Amen Thompson, Rick Barry, Franz, all really good shooting guard options. Ron Artest, probably the worst of the 4. I would much recommend, getting an Amen Thompson, a Rick Barry, or Franz over Ron Artest, but just wanted to give you guys another option for a great card around 100,000 MT for Dark Matter, Ron Artest. But Amen Thompson, really good dribble sigs, Pro 2 fade, amazing defender. I personally like his jump shot. And then you got Rick Barry, amazing dribble sigs. He's got the Garland dribble style. Does he have the Steve Francis size up? I don't know if he does, but I think he has the tray. No, he has the tray behind the back. Yeah, that's what it is. Garland dribble style, tray escape, tray behind the back. Some of the best sigs in this game. Pro 2 fade, really good jump shot. Rick Barry, amazing card to buy for about, again, 120 to 150, maybe 175 at the most for Dark Matter Rick Barry. And then Franz Wagner, 6'10" at the shooting guard position with a really nice jump shot. Wemby, I wasn't really sure where to put his pink diamond card, because I believe right now he's 70k on Xbox. So I could have put him for 50k. I could have also put him for 100k. I was sort of in between. I put him for 100,000 MT just because, in case he goes up in price and he's more expensive, but he's about the 70,000 MT mark, and he's still 7'4" at center, 7'8" wingspan, one of the most uncontestable jump shots in this entire game, and still a great interior defender. Then going to this bottom row here, you got Galixio Boldenny, you got Stephon Castle as the point guards to talk about, again for 100,000 to 200,000 MT. Denny's easily the better buy. He's 150k, maybe a little bit more. His jump shot's great, 6'9" at point guard, really good defensive card. If you don't like Denny and you want another point guard option, I think Stephon Castle is really good for his price. He's a great defender with a nice jump shot. And then you get to the 3 small forward cards that are just must gets for 100k to 200,000 MT. You got Luol Deng, you got Tim Thomas, you got AK-47. You guys know most of these cards. They are so good for their price tag. Would definitely recommend these 3 small forwards, and then would also recommend these 3 power forwards as well. You got Jack Sikma, you got Alex Sarr, and you also do have Dark Matter Chet. really good cards to buy at the power forward position for around 100,000 to 200,000 MT. But now guys, to go to the last price point we'll be talking about in today's video is the best cards to buy for that 250k plus, that expensive amount of MT. So cards like Dikembe Mutombo, Michael Beasley are just known as some of the best cards in this game. Like Michael Beasley's the top 3 small forward. Dikembe Mutombo is still probably a top 5 center in this game. Yes, they're expensive. Dikembe's like 500 to 600k. Beasley's like 350 to 400. Yes, that is expensive, but they are worth that price. They are so good at their positions. Dikembe, absolute beast of a defender. Michael Beasley, again, just like his pink diamond, my favorite jump shot in this game, with improved dribble sigs, improved defense, and also the Pro 2 fade. And then wanted to give you guys some center options here. You got Dark Matter Mark Eden, really insane, inside center, a giant, 7'4" at the center position, 7'8" wingspan, amazing player model. You got Artist, Gilmore, Kareem, very similar center cards and really good pickups for over that 250k mark. You also got Galaxy Opal Wemby, who yes, goes for like 500, 600k, around the same price as Dikembe, but it's Galaxy Opal Wemby. His jump shot is still uncontestable, like his pink diamond. His speed, his strength, his defense is all improved. Maybe not his strength, but I know his speed, his agility, his defense, his stats, and his badges are all improved compared to the pink diamond card, and he is really worth that price of whatever he goes for, around 500k. And then wanted to give you guys some other options like Luka, really good at the point guard position for over 250k, maybe around that 250k price tag. You got Dark Matter Giannis, Dark Matter LeBron from the All-Stars set. Still really good Dark Matters in this game. They're not the best Dark Matters in this game like they used to be, but they're still very nice options at the small forward position. Wanted to give you guys a shooting guard option as well in Kawhi Leonard. You could go for Men Thompson, Rick Barry over Kawhi, but I do think Kawhi is a good choice for that price. And then just wanted to throw DeMarcus Cousins because he's really not that expensive for a 100 overall card, and I really do like DeMarcus Cousins at the power forward position. But in my opinion, guys, these are going to be all of the best cards to buy for different price points. These are the best cards to buy for 5 to 10k, best cards to buy for 25k, 50,000 MT, 100 to 200k, and then finally the best cards to buy for 250k plus MT. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.